Shiva, can you see my screen?
Yes, Akash, I can able to see.
Okay. So in today's session, we will go through compound commands overview. In that, we will see three things. One is the usage of pipeline, redirection operator, then indirection operator. Then after that, we'll start with basic calculator. In that, we'll see arithmetic operator, increment and decrement operator, then relation operator, logical operator, then some math functions. Okay. I'm sharing my terminal.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see my terminal, Shiva?
I can able to see that you are screening, you are sharing screen. That's it.
Okay. 1 second. I think it's the wrong window.
Yes, now I can able to see.
Okay. Okay. Just so today we'll start with compound commands. So compound commands is nothing but the combination of one or more commands. For example, date is one command. Okay. Then we have seen that cat command. We've seen the calendar command. We've seen ls command. Apart from that, we have seen cut command. I did not still explain. And what else I've shown you? WC command I've shown. Then PWD command. So these are just commands. But if I combine one or two commands, then it will become compound commands. Now, for example, I'm taking this PWD and WC. I'm using these two commands together. So if I'm doing like this, then this statement will call it as compound command. Did I started the recording? Yes, it's going on. Okay. So PWD will give you some output. WC will give you other output. But what is actually we are doing it here is I'm using this pipeline symbol, this pipe symbol. So what will be the output of the PWD, for example? Suppose this is the output of pwd command. Okay. And what is the usage of wc? Wc, what it does is it's basically the word count command. So it will give you the line number, number of characters, bytes, and number of words basically. So here I have combined two commands using this pipe symbol. So this pipe symbol, now what it does is the output of this pwd will be sent to the wc command. Now this value will be sent to wc. So the output of the first command will be the input for the next command. So this is the usage of pipe symbol. I'll give you some examples here. pwd. So I am under home and user. Now I'm using wc command. When I press enter, I'll get to know that it has the output of this pwd is home, then user, and the total number of word count is 11, and this is the one liner, one, and 1 byte of file. Let's take some more examples. If I give ls, okay, let me create some directories for today, day 5. Okay, another directory I'll create, or I'll create one more directory, Unix. Okay, now when I want to long list what are all the contents present inside this user directory. So I've used this ls-l, and I got to know that there are 4 folders and 1 file present. Now, if I use the same command, pwd this, what I'll do is I use this ls-l, press enter. So what it does is it will give me the total number of lines. So it is like it starts from here, total to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then after that, it will give me the number of bytes. These are the number of bytes. It's not the aggregation for all the bytes. It's basically whatever input is coming. So these are the number of bytes for that. And this is the count of words. So there are like 197. I'll give you some more examples. Let's take date or
Akash, what is 538 and 197?
One second, I'll show you in the guide. Yeah. So this wc command, it's basically the word count. Whenever you use this wc command, you will get to know how many words are there, new lines are there, bytes are there. It will count and will give you the one-liner output.
Okay.
So it will give you these 3 things: number of lines, number of words, and the number of bytes for each line. Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
if
fine. So before you, that's fine. So
yeah, tell me.
executed ls-l after that pipeline and then wc. So there are 3 columns. There are 3 columns, right?
There are 3 columns. Okay, let me show you the output. Yeah, tell me.
5. Okay. So there is 5. What is 5 and 38 and 197? So how it counts?
See, this 5 is the number of lines. Total 2 is first line. This one is the second line. This one is the third line. This one is the fourth line. And Unix is the fifth line. So in the first one, you'll get the number of lines. Okay. And the second one is the number of words. So this is 1 word, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38 total in two. So there are 38 words in this. Okay, and this 197 is it's basically the byte count, like how much space this word will take. So for each line, it has calculated some number of bytes and after that added all the bytes and will give you the result. It has 197.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what if I want only the number of lines? I don't want to see the number of words and number of bytes. So what you can do is you can use the same command ls-l, which will give you this output from total till Unix. It will give you 5 lines, 38 words, and 97. But I want to see only the number of lines. So for that, what you can do is you can use this -l option also to get only the number of lines. So you'll get only 5 as an output. If I want to
So how
check
it
the
is
number
five?
of 5,
So there are what,
see,
four
total,
lines only, right?
yeah, yeah, total, yeah, there are 4 lines. But if you see this total 2 is also coming from this output. Total 2 is the first line. Total 2, this first line. This is our first line. Total 2. This is our
Okay.
second line. This is our third line. This is our fourth line. And this is our fifth line. So this
Okay.
ls-l
Okay.
is giving us 5 lines basically. Okay. So that's why
Understood.
here, yeah. So that's why it's printing 5 in your first column. And 38 is the number of words, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So there are 38 words. And for each line, how much byte it is taking for each line? So there are like 5 lines. I'm not sure how they'll calculate the number of bytes, because this is the space, memory space basically. So this 5 lines took 197 bytes of space. So that's why you are getting this 197 here. Okay.
Okay.
And if I want to print
Understood.
individual, okay, sure. So if I want to print only the individual items, like if I want to see the number of line here, so what you can do is you can use this -l option to get only the number of line. If I want to check the number of words, so use this W option, -W. If you want to see the number of characters, then in that case you can use the -C option. So I think this number of characters now, okay, because this is your, it's a Unicode, it's an ASCII values are stored in the memory. So I think what happened in this 197, this count, it is the individual count of this word. I mean the character count. Like T is 1, then O is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then likewise, if you count this, I think you'll get this 197 count. So basically, this is the number of characters present, and each character take 1 byte. So I think there are 197 characters in this. That's why we are seeing 197 here. If we calculate each character, now like in total we have 5. TOTAL. So 5. Then space is 6. Then 2 is 7. Then hyphen 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then space is 18, 19, 1, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, 49, 50, 51, okay. So yeah, this is the same count as this. So it's basically the character count. Okay. And each character takes
So
1
after
byte of a
after
space.
So after pipeline, we should give space or else no need for
No,
word character.
it's not required. It's not required. This space is not required. You can directly write without space also. There's no issues.
Okay.
Okay, no space, no even though if you put space also, then also it is fine. Because interpreter, what it does is after space, it will understand that there is some pipeline is there. So whatever output we are getting from the first command will get transferred to the second command as an input. Like for example, when I've used this ls-l, I got 5 lines, total 2. Then after that, D, R, W, X, R, W, R, X, W, R, W, X, like that. And after that, user, owner, then group, then after that, number of bytes, then some date was there, fab. Then after that, time was there, seconds. Then after that, file name was there, right? So this is the output for ls-l, right? And I want, and whenever we use this pipeline, this pipe symbol, pipe symbol. So what it does is the output of this will get transferred to the next command as an input. So when I have used this ls-l, then after that pipe symbol, then the output of this, in the sense these in the terminal we have seen like 5 lines, but here I have mentioned 2 lines. So these 2 lines will get transferred to the next command wc as an input. So this wc will get the input from here and will print, and after that whatever will be the output will get displayed on the screen. So basically the last command will give you the final output, and intermediate inputs will get transferred to the next command, to the immediate command after that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you some more examples. Clear the screen first, create some file, dot txt. Today let me use BI editor and put in this. So this is the file which I have created, day5 tday.txt. Okay, there are 4 lines present. So now what I'll do is I'll use this cat command to see the contents, and this is the output of the cat command. Now what I'll do is I missed 5 in between, and I'm directing this input to the next command. I'll use wc again, and I want to check how many lines are there in this file. So there are 4 lines. Okay. Now I want to check the number of words present. So there are total 7 words present. How high is the first word? Hello is the second. He is the third. Then variation is the fourth word. Two is the fifth word. Then discrete is the sixth, and someone is the 7th word. Okay. I want to check the number of characters. Use the -c. So this is like 1, 2, then 7, then 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Then the spaces. This is not exact because this is the memory count, I think. So that's why we are not getting the exact count here. So this day 5, na, this day 5 T day, it takes 40 bytes to store these values. My count is 35, 36, 37. Acha, okay. Enter is also taken as one of the character. This new line character, na, this is also taken as a byte. That's why it is counting it as like I have written hi, then I have pressed enter. So for enter also it has taken 1 byte. Then for hello, after hello, I have pressed enter. That is also have taken 1 byte. Then after hey, I have pressed enter. That is also taken as 1 byte. Then the spaces in between. So total count would be 40 in this case. Is that understood? Shiva? Hello? Hello? Shiva, you there? Any doubts in this?
So due to my internet connection, it has a disconnect and reconnected.
Okay, okay, okay. So, like last thing, okay, I'll tell you one more time. So what I have done is like I have created one file, day5tday.txt. In that I have added this content. Okay. Now I want to check the number of lines. So for that, what I have done is I've used this cat command to see the contents. So the output would be this. This will get transferred to the wc command as an input, and I have used this -l option to see the number of lines. So there are total 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I want to check the number of words present in this file. So for that I've used -w option. So there are 7 words in total. So whenever you count this, you'll get 7 as in count. Now I want to check the number of bytes, number of characters present. So if you count this, you'll get around 36 or 30, I think 35 you will get. Now where like it's the total of this now will be 34. Now I have pressed enter after hi. Then hello after hello also I have pressed enter. Then after hey also I have pressed enter, and there are spaces in between also. If you count all those characters also, you'll get this count 40 count.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay. Till here, any doubt?
No, no, Akash, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Till here. Okay, okay. So there is no hard and fast rule. Key like there are no limitations basically. So you can use WC like you can use as many time as you want, as much is your requirement given by someone. So what you can do is you can use pipe, this pipe symbol, na, you can use as many time as you want. There's no limitations for that. I can use 100 times also, 200,000 times, no issues.
Okay.
Okay. So after WC-C, I've used this WC again. If you want to use this again, you can use it. If I want to use it again, WC, can put this WC, WC. So it's up to you. It's as per the requirement and as per the design. You can use as many time as you want. Okay.
Yes, Akash.
Let me clear the screen. Clear. Now the second one is the redirection operator. Redirection operator. So redirection operator is nothing. Whenever you want to whenever you want, this is the redirection operator basically. So whenever you want to redirect your output to some file or to some like uh, to a server, to a server where the file is present, so you can use this redirection operator. So this thing I already have discussed. Like whenever I'm creating a file, so what I'm doing here is I'm creating a file, and as an input, you need to type something. Then after that, you need to press Control D to save the file. Right? This is one way. What if I want the output of ls-l to be saved in some other file? Save the output of the list command in some file. So how will you do that? So what you'll do is look, use ls-l, and after that you'll redirect this to some file. I'll use lst day5.txt. So instead of showing the output on the terminal on the screen, you will get the output in a file. Like when I use this ls-l option, this is the output, right? Now I want this output to be saved in some file, 5.txt. So when you do that, you'll not see the output in the screen, right? On the screen, you will not get this output. So your output is saved in this file. So when I have used this lst day.txt, you'll get this output. It is stored in this file basically. So when I have pressed ls-l, you will see this file also. This file is created today. This one, lst day file hyphen, this one, this file, second last file. Now I want to append something in this file. Append operator. Now I want to append something in the same file. I want to append some text inside this file. Append in the sense, append is always happen at the bottom, at the last it will happen. Okay, at the end of the line. Now I want to append something. I want to append some text. I want to write this text. I want to append this line in this file. So append operator, for that you need to write double less than sign. So whenever you use this, sorry, one second. Ls, yeah, correct. Okay, let me put this top. This is fine. Yeah. So this is the greater than symbol. So double greater than symbol means the append operator. Now let me see. Let me clear the screen. So what was the file name? Day 5. What was the file name? LST. It starts with LST. Right. I'm not sure the file name. Let me see. It's day5.txt. Okay. Cat day5 west. So this is the output, and I want to append something at the end of this one. So in this, what you can do is can use this echo statement. and type whatever you want to type. Day 5 and later. I want to redirect this to this one, LST. So when you press enter and when you see the content of this file, st.def, you'll get at the bottom, if you see, this text has appended, right?
Yes.
Any issues still here?
No, Akash.
So this is how your redirection symbol and append symbol will work. Now the last operator is the indirection operator. Indirection. So this is also called as read mode. Basically what I'll do is read mode. So indirection operator, sometimes this is also can be treated as write also, write mode whenever we use it with cat command. Like suppose I've used this. So what it does is we can like we when you will press enter, you need to type some text, right? And after that you'll use control plus D option to save the file. So basically what you are doing is you are indirecting something. Basically you are writing something to this f1.txt. Indirection operator is also used for the read mode also whenever you use with the other commands. Like for example, if I'm using this with this f1.txt, what it does is whatever contents we have inside this file, it will read the contents from this file basically. So it will be going it in the read mode. I'll give you the example, it will be more clear to you after that. Let me clear the screen. Suppose this is the file which I have created. Okay, so I'm using it with wc lst date 5. Now I am reading the contents from this file and I want to see the output of this. Like I'm using wc. So wc command, what it does is it will count the number of lines, it will count the number of words, it will count the number of bytes present inside this file, right? And I want to read the contents, like from where, like from which file you want to check. So I'm mentioning that thing and I'm reading it from here. So when I will press enter, I'll get the output like this. Yeah. So what I was telling, yeah, about the indirection operator. So indirection operator is basically nothing, but this can be used. First of all, it can be used as a read mode also, write mode also. So whenever there's a requirement, you want to use this indirection operator and you want to write something. So you can use this cat command and write whatever you want to. Then after that, press Control D to save the file. Then the second thing is, if you want to use this indirection operator as in read mode, write mode, yes, you can use it using this with this cat command, and you can type and after that press Control D. Then for to use it as in read mode, in that case, read mode in the sense, so whatever contents are present in this file, like basically what I am doing is, so whatever content is present inside this file, I am reading the contents and passing those values to the command. Like for example, you can see my screen, right? The
Yes,
terminal.
sir.
Sure. Okay. Let me clear this. Yeah. So inside this, I have 8 lines present. Let me use this cat command and then tell you. So how many lines are present inside this? There are 8 lines in total. So when you press enter here, you'll get the number of lines, number of words, and the number of bytes.
Okay.
So this is how your indirection operator will work. So I've written something here for you. The first one is the pipeline symbol, which I have told. So pipeline symbol will work in a read and transfer mode. What it does is it will read the data from here and transfer it to the next command. So I've written read and transfer. And for the redirection operator, this will work only in the write mode. So whenever you want to write something, whenever you want to write the output basically to some other file, so you can redirect it. And if you want to append something, use double greater than symbol. Then indirection, whenever you want to use this operator, this operator will work in two mode. One is the read and another one is the write mode. So this will only like write mode, na, this will work only with this cat command. Otherwise, for every else, whatever command you will see in the later on sessions and till now, whatever I taught. So for all those commands, this indirection operator will work in read mode only. For write mode, this will work only with cat command. Whenever there is a requirement to create a file, in that case only this indirection operator will work it as write mode. Otherwise, it will be the main uses is the read mode only.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll see the basic calculator now. So the short form of the command name is, this is the short form of this BC. So basic calculator is basically the command name. This is the command basically, command BC. So here also what I'll do is, suppose I want to add these two numbers, 2 plus 3. So if I use this with echo, what will happen is it will display 2 plus 3 on the screen. It will print whatever values we type after echo, right? Now, if you pass this values to BC command, what will happen is it will give you the sum of these two numbers. It will give you 5. I'll show it to you. Echo. Let's take the same example, 2 plus 5. So when I press enter, you'll get whatever string I have written, it will print the same string. This is the main usage of the echo, right? Whenever you want to print something, use it with echo. After echo, whatever you will type, the same thing will get printed on the screen. So now I'm passing the output of this as an input to the BC command. When I'll press enter, I'll get the count as 7, 2 plus 5. Now I want to check the subtraction. So use this 5 minus 3, then BC, press enter, get 2. Now for multiplication. Do you remember we have used escape characters in uh, like whenever we have used that expr command, but for BC it is not required because BC itself is a calculator, basic calculator. So these things are not required. That escape character is not required for this one. Now I want to use the division function. So let me type 4, 2. 8. Let me change it to this. So we'll get 1. Till here, any doubts, Shiva?
No, Akash, I'm good.
Okay. One second. So, okay. Yeah. So, like arithmetic operators. Minus multiplication, then division. So these are the 4 arithmetic operations that we have seen with BC command as well as with expression command, right? In because this is the basic calculator. So basic calculator command, and basically it's a software which is it's a kind of a utility which is already installed in your Unix or Linux. Modulus also is there. Then we have something called exponent operator. So this is called exponent operator. So there are some additional functionalities like this exponent operator is there. Then like whenever you use this division function, whenever you want to divide two numbers, like if you're dividing 5 with 3, so you'll get 1, then after that some values, right? 1.666, like that you'll get. So whenever you're using expr command, so you'll get output as 1. Even with bc command also, if you use this like this, 5 divided by 3, you will get 1. But bc, this basic calculator has some more capabilities installed, so you can use this scale also. I want this to be printed as 1.66, so you can mention explicitly scale also as to. I'll tell you how to do that. So when I'm using this 5 3 and I'm passing this value to bc, this is the output. Now I want to set the scale also. Scale in the sense I want to set the decimal, like how many decimal places you want after 1. So what you can do is you can use this scale 2, then this. So you'll get it like this. You can increase this scale also 2, 5, 6. So you'll get it like this. So how many decimal places you want, as much scale you can set as per your requirement. So these kind of scenarios will happen whenever you are using this amount. Like if there's any column, if you're working in a banking domain, you'll get most of the time the to set the price up to 2 decimal places, like $2, $2.8. So in that kind of scenarios, you can use this scale option. And if you want to see the exponent is nothing, just the power you need to set. Like I want to see the let's say 10 power of, let's take 100 power of 100, 2 power of 100. So this is the symbol, caret symbol. Can use this, and I'm passing this to bc. Press enter, get the output. Let's say if I put 1.2, what will be the output? 1.4. So if I use the scale option here, let's see whether this will work here or not. Let me put 2 here. Yes, this is working fine. I'll put 1.3. Whatever numbers you want to print will get the output, and you can set the scale as well. Till here, any doubt, Shiva?
No, Akash.
You're good with that. Okay.
Yes.
This BC is nothing but just the basic calculator. So you can perform these kind of operators here. Okay. Now let me tell you the increment and decrement part. How? First of all, increment. Here I'll explain. Increment operator. Increment operator is nothing. If you want to increase any value by some number, you can use this increment operator. So we'll have this. This is the increment operator basically, plus plus. And after that, you need to mention the value. If you're not mentioning any value, it will treat it as 1. This will be treated as 2. So the values will get increased by 2. But most of the time we use this double plus, then this is called increment. Similarly, we have something called decrement operator. This is like minus minus. Basically no space is there, just 2 minus. This is a decrement operator. Now I'll use the same echo command. Variable equals to 5. This is fine. Now I want to increase this value. What I'll do is increment by 1. So I'll put double plus symbol. Then I want the output to be passed to this BC. Similarly, can use this same thing here also with the decrement. Fine. Storing this value to someone minus minus. Then BC. I'll show it the same thing on the terminal. Echo. Let's take one variable. I'll use v as a variable name, passing 565. Okay, no problem. Then I'm incrementing this value by 1, passing it back to a BC. Okay, and before that, I'll tell you one more thing. There's something called post increment and pre-increment. In post increment, whenever you are placing this plus plus after the variable, this is called post increment. And if you use this thing, if you are using it with, if you're changing the position of plus plus and putting it before this variable name, this is called pre-increment. What is the difference between two is variable 5. Variable 5 is stored. This 5 is stored in a variable. 5 is stored in a variable name var. Okay, now after that I'm using var plus plus. I am incrementing this value by 1. 5 plus 1, I am doing this, right? And I'm passing this value to BC. So here what will happen? See, when we are using this post increment now, so in that case, first of all the value will be passed, and after that the increment will happen. So if I press, once again, this is zoned out. Okay, So if you see here, the value of v here, you'll see only 65, but we have incremented this value, and this is the post increment. So what will happen is the value has increased now. So whenever you see the value of this, you'll, 1 minute, acha, this was stored here, no? So the value of basically this variable is 65 now, but when you use this double plus plus now after the variable name, this is the post increment value. Means the value has increased by 1, but it is stored, the value, for example, I'll tell you one more time. Basically v, what will happen is whenever you use this post increment, so the value of v will pass to this bc, and after that the increment will happen at the back end.